All right, we're preparing for a red alert tomorrow for the evening commute, and Lonnie Quinn is standing by. You actually upgraded this one, right?
We did upgrade this one. It's going to be more isolated than what we saw on Saturday, but there's the potential out there for a strong, severe storm. But I want to be real clear on what we are looking at and what we're keeping our eye on. So let's take this picture right here, and I'm going to talk you right through it because, yes, KJ is right. We've upped it now to a red alert for your afternoon tomorrow. But this is not the same dynamics in our atmosphere that we had on Saturday. This time, the main threats would be gusty winds, straight line winds, downpours, certainly if you get a cell in your area. But it's a pretty low threat for hail or for any sort of twist in the atmosphere. So tornadoes are low on the list. So here's the line that we're watching. And yes, it has spawned some tornadoes. Not every one of these little icons shows where a tornado touched down. If you see that one that's got the little cloud on the top, that's a funnel cloud. That would be a tornado. The only difference between a tornado and a funnel cloud is the funnel cloud is a tornado that's up in the air. Once it comes down to the surface, then you'd have it classified as a tornado. So the outbreak that we had on Friday as we were watching the system approach us for last Saturday was so much more numerous. This has got some activity, but it's not like what we saw last weekend. All right, zooming into our area, weather today has really been classified by this easterly flow coming in off the water, keeping us damp, keeping us cool out there. I mean, the temperatures have been, well below average. 51 New York City, 46 Monticello, 42 Montauk. Do you realize this time tomorrow, you could be looking at temperatures that are dramatically higher. I mean, 20, 30 degrees higher possibly. As a matter of fact, you're not going to drop, okay? You're sleeping tomorrow. Your temperatures are going up 62 in the morning in New York City, and this model is showing an 80-degree reading by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's a possibility, okay? We're going to forecast maybe a couple degrees below that, but you're going to be warm, and then by Friday morning, it's the 30s and the 40s, so you're back now to a northwest wind, and temperatures are colder out there. So the first alert is for Thursday afternoon, showers and thunderstorm. It's a marginal risk, a 5% risk for isolated damaging winds, and poor timing with the Mets game and you're driving home. And the National Weather Service has issued that same marginal risk for that dark green shading in our areas. So it's good coverage. It's just not as, well, numerous as what we saw last weekend. So let's get to the 7-day forecast, talk you through everything. Tomorrow, half the day is under a red alert for those isolated cells that could be severe. Again, isolated. 60 degrees on Friday. Good 20-degree drop right there, just about. 56 Saturday, 61 on Sunday. Easter looks to be just fine out there with a nice-looking sky overhead. And then next week's temperatures will run basically, mid-60s to around 70.
But 78, that's a big number.
78 would be a big number. And, of course, the bigger the number, faster the air rises. The faster the air rises, the more it can trigger a storm.
Truly.
Thank you,
little meteorology for you.
Thank you, 101.